my channel. My name is Karina, and I'm a homeschooling mama of two. And I started this channel because I felt like some days I want to throw my kids into public school or back into private Christian school and just forget about it. But every time I do that, the good Lord is gracious enough to remind me of the purpose and why He called me to do this. So, if that's you, I want you to stick around because today I am going to be sharing with you my kindergarten books, actually my first grade books. So I have a 5-year-old and a 8-year-old. So we're finishing up kindergarten and fourth grade right now. And I went ahead because that's just the kind of person that I am. I like to be a little bit proactive. And so I went ahead and ordered first grade and fifth grade stuff. But today I want to share with you the first grade stuff and what we will be working through come here in a few months in August when we start school back up. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so here is my lineup of what I have planned for my first grader. So if you don't know and you're new to me, my name is Karina, like I said before, and I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. But today, this stuff right here is what my first grader will be using. And so I got the stuff from The Good and the Beautiful. Got recommended this several years ago after we tried a lot of different curriculums. My daughter ended up loving it, and my son, watching sister do school, he ends up loving it. So if it's not broken, I'm not fixing it. Okay, so this is what he will be working through for first grade. I mean, I keep on saying kindergarten because we're finishing up kindergarten. We only have a few more lessons before the summer break. But this is what he will be working through, and every couple of days to make sure we continue working on his handwriting. The next thing that we're going to be doing is Math 1, and I have a math box around here somewhere that came with this. Also The Good and the Beautiful, and as you can see, it's the stuff that my daughter enjoys is some of the same thing my son enjoys, the colorful stuff. It's really open and go for the most part. So I have a box that has all of these in it, and I basically repurposed mine from my daughter that was in first grade with Good and the Beautiful. So we repurposed that box, and we're going to be using it with my son in first grade now that it's his time. I did a little bit of refreshing, but not too much. The next thing that we're going to be doing is Language Arts Level 1. And I like to purposely keep the levels together if I can. So he's at level 1 there, level 1 here, and level 1 there. Whether or not these will mess up or he will go level 2 and level 1, I don't know. I just put this stuff out there and I let my kids tell me how fast they want to go, how slow they want to go. Sometimes it's faster than others, and other times it's like slower and they want to just like slow down. So I just let them lead. All right, so the next book is Language Arts. So my son doesn't necessarily love language arts just yet. And that's because he is doing like learning a new language, basically. He knows how to speak really well, but I mean, look at all this stuff he's going to get to do. And we have plenty of words in here, and I'm a big advocate of reading early. I know some people say don't do it. They'll pick it up when they're ready. I mean, to each his own. I really push reading in my household because I know that when I was a little girl and my mom and dad left and we were homeless, reading actually got us through, my brother and I, through life. And so to this day, I enjoy reading, and I am notorious for reading the fine prints because I don't want to be not in the know. So that's what this is going to look like. This is accompanied by a Booster B book, Booster B cards. And for kindergarten, which we did the same, Good and the Beautiful, he had Booster A reader cards. And I love these because it breaks everything down and it continues to build. And so he could read these paragraphs and these triangles and stuff. And every time he does, for Reason Booster A, he got, whenever he mastered it, he got a sticker. And those stickers are right here. So he gets to pick whatever sticker he likes. And I love that. He loves that so far. I love that so far. And as you can see, the words kind of build up. Oboe. Like, nobody uses that word, but it's in there. Boat, foam, soak, toe, croak, toast, Joe. Just different little things that he will eventually build up to. And I love how the book is steady, increasing each and every time. So I love that. And that is posted with that. And he also has these books. So if you notice in these booster, it will tell you book 13 is when he's supposed to be reading book 13. And book 13 is in here. So these are all the books that he will read alongside as he's going through. And I also, like, not everybody has to do this, but if my kids go through all of this, then I give them extra stuff, because that means they're loving it, they're enjoying it. So just feed that appetite of learning. And the one thing I forgot to show you was a snowy owl. I have not used this before with my daughter, but I noticed that my son was struggling with subtraction in kindergarten. Struggling might be too big of a word, but he didn't really get it to begin with. So I ordered that. And so we're going to be using snowy owl subtraction in first grade. So we shall see how it goes. It's for ages 5 and up, which he just turned 5. So later on this year, he'll be almost going on to 6, and he'll love it. I'm pretty sure he'll love it. I'm prophesying that he's going to love it. All right. Now, the last book that I have is Prima Latina, and this is Latin. And I know Latin is a dead language, but in my head, and even as in my day job, I see Latin all the time. When you go and you work with a lawyer, when you work with a doctor, you get prescription medications for your kids. It's everywhere. So I think that it is essential. I'm not sure how long it's going to take him to learn this language. So he's learning English and he's learning Latin, and math and Latin is kind of like the same thing, where you have to do them consistently. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? But I do believe that once they start learning it, like my daughter learned it, and once they start learning it, then they can see root words like right there: adoro, I adore; habito, I live in; judicio, I judge. Like, we see these stuff all the time, all through our lives, right? And Hosanna, in excelsis Deo, right? So Michael W. Smith sings this song, Angels We Have Heard on High, singing sweetly over the plain during Christmas season. And then he's like, in excelsis Deo. So like, it's everywhere for me. I know everybody will differ. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying this is what we're going to be doing. And then so all of us in the house will speak it. And since the Romans are all dead, there's no Roman police to correct us on the pronunciation, so to speak. But it is a fairly simple book. This is the student book. This is a student workbook. I have the teacher book, and I also have these cards that goes with it, right? So that's all we've got today, guys. I'm super excited. I have not shown these to my son yet because I plan on refreshing the schoolroom and getting things really nice and pretty. My daughter loves everything pretty, so I am going to get everything nice and fresh. And then I will open these for them and set it out at their station so they are able so my son is able to really own this. So what you're not seeing in this pile, that's a part of his pile, is part of what goes on in my morning basket, and I will do that in another video. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I wanted to show you guys what we are doing for first grade. In another video, I'll have my fifth grade books, and I'll also have the morning basket stuff that we do together as a family. And I'll share that stuff so you could have some idea as you're planning your new curriculum year. As you can see behind us, we are still into our current year. We only have like a few lessons. We're finished. It's just taking our time to enjoy the season and to wind down and everything. But that's all I have for you guys. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will continue to share my journey. Hope it was encouraging for you, and hope you got some really cool ideas of things that you could do in your homeschool and with your little kiddos as well. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.